Hello everyone, this is Planckera, and welcome to my universe. Sorry for the bit of the slow start here. I was trying to find a decent guide because I thought I found one, but I was wrong. Anyway, so basically last time I got the second roll of the credits, and I am under the impression that there is one more. But in order to get that, I need to find a whole bunch of bunnies, and considering the few that I have found so far, with the exception of, you know, maybe one or two, have been what I would call extremely meta, and rely on outside information, like the big one. I'll go ahead and walk back over there, because it's not that far away. Let's see, there's this, bunny mural over here, and you have to put all the pieces in the right place in order to make this picture. But the hint that was given to you is 1/50th of it. So you get a little piece thing here, and the idea is that you're supposed to get 50 people to all collaborate together to find all the pieces that you need in order to eventually make this. So this is firmly in territory of knowledge that you have to acquire from outside the game, and that cannot be solved from inside the game. And that is not the kind of puzzles I enjoy in video games. So I'd figure that I'd just pick up a guide real quick, get the rest of the bunnies, and go from there. Because, yeah, trying to figure it out myself sounds painful. Very much not my taste, but I am a little bit curious about the ending, because the place I got to yesterday was pretty cool. So, let's see here. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to where this guide says I need to get to, and we will figure out some bunnies. Let's see here, near the beginning. So there's gonna be a little guy over here. I can't remember if which ones I've gotten. I have gotten quite a few. Right, there's death there, and it's also not where I want to go anyway. Look, I am trying to think of, like, 3 different things at the same time, and it is not going well. My brain cannot do this. Anyway, okay, so is this the room? No. How do I get to where I need to go? Down. Yeah, this was where a different bunny was. But we're not gonna worry about that. Okay. Fortunately, I have infinite bubbles now, so I can just do what I want, and it's all good. All right. So from here, how do I get over there again? Okay, looks like I need to go further to the left here. And once again, I could use the crank, or I can just do a little bit of bubble hopping. It's fine. Okay, so I want to go down from here. This is good. It'll let me restock my firecrackers, but it appears I am already full. Okay, so next room. And I'm apparently going to need the flute. Okay, so let me read the directions here. As soon as the ghost appears, you want to take out your flute, hold down the button, and spin in a clockwise rotation. Alrighty. But I am apparently very bad at it. I should probably save in a closer location. It didn't say what direction I should go. I didn't think it mattered. Okay. I'll save closer. So this way I don't have to walk all the way back there again. I imagine this is easier to do on a controller than it is on a keyboard, but I am playing on a keyboard, so there we go. And I'll save there. Where's the way down? Previous room. There we go. Right, I need to go down again. And yeah, I just figure that I will gather them all up, and then we'll see what happens at the ending there. Because I'm curious. I actually kind of wish that I left the second ending for this time instead of trying to just blow my way through it. I was perhaps a little bit tilted after spending a whole bunch of time trying to do what I think was essentially a bug and write on the disc after throwing it without doing wall bounces and stuff like that. That was pretty bad, and then I spent a whole bunch of time doing that buddy mural. So I just kind of wanted to finish things. And yeah, I kind of wish I left it for today. All right. Switch back to the flute. And this time I will try to roll my fingers better. Okay. That did not do. I guess I have to go faster? Like, in a clockwise direction. Yeah, that's clockwise. I am not sure what I'm doing wrong here. It just says that I do that, and then the thing turns into a bunny. And I should be able to get the bunny. Oops. Jump did not jump. Okay. I will try again. Okay, let me have the flute ready. I'm gonna do a practice run here. Okay, there we go. Rolling my fingers pretty well there, I think. There we go. Okay. Hello, buddy friend. Nice to meet you. Right. Okay. So it says for the next one, I play a song. Oh god, I have to know the difference between right and left. Okay. And it just warps you to the bunny. It is not telling me where I would have found this song. But here we go. Okay, so I'm probably gonna fill in some of these random spots on the map here. And I shouldn't have jumped down. Oh wait, that's left. Ah, shit. I rolled. Let me try that again. Right, down, left. Right, down. Okay. So, Bunny is here. There we go. Okay. So now I play another song. So some of these look pretty simple. I kind of wish that they told me where I find the song so that this way I could kind of go through that. But I guess it's fine. Yeah, now I'm here with the... Oh yeah, I remember this. There was like the weird picture of the manticore here. So maybe the direction of those things is how you determine it? Let me see. Right. Upper right, right, down. No, I don't think so. I have no idea. If you're curious where the code is, drop down in this room. I see. So in here it's saying that if I switch this around, I can kind of see it. Yeah, I can actually. Well, that's a thing. You can't even see your cursor here, so... I never really knew that your mouse did stuff, but you can see that there is a little trail of haze where I'm clicking here. And you can push stuff around. Mechanic used literally nowhere else. Alright. Already got the bunny mural. Okay, another song. Okay, and that thing. I have seen, like, occasional things like that, so... There we go. So yeah, it is indeed filling in some of these areas. Okay, and it's not telling me where I get the codes for most of these. Alright. Found in the statue room area. Okay. Says it'll move between screens. Fun times. Okay, but I know roughly where that is. So that's the big area near the front. And I just... I think I'm just gonna warp back to the egg room here, and I am just not gonna worry about it. I don't feel like walking all the way there. Over here is pretty close. Now I am under the impression that there is one more puzzle with the eggs. If I look at them with the UV light, I can see that there's something going on there. I saw a subtle hint with it, and that it involves some code in binary, and that, while I do know enough that I might be able to piece it together, don't know if I wanna. So, I will cross that bridge when the time comes. Anyway, so... Bunny can be anywhere around here, apparently. And he's invisible and can only be seen with the UV light. So I guess I will try to find him. And that apparently moves around between screens. Let's see, where is this? This looks like the outer range of where you can go. Oh, and there's another one of, like, these things. And... okay, I believe that he can also be up here. So I might need to go ride the disc, I guess? Let's see, can he go this far? Yes. Okay. And then, yeah. Oops. Yeah, oh, kangaroo's mad. Okay. Kangaroo. Look, man, this is why nobody likes you. I'm trying to do something, man. I got stuff to do. I can't see anything with the UV light on, I swear. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off for a second so I can actually see the platforms. There we go. Okay, is he up here? The bunny, that is. The kangaroo is obviously not up here, that's why I came this way. Isn't there a way to drop down? Oh, I have the... oh, I can't actually switch it from here. Okay. I might just have to scare him off since he's kind of in the way. Alrighty. No problem. I can handle getting a little bit beat up. At this point, I'm just kind of derping around, so... Although now I have beeping. Alright, I still don't see the bunny, though. How far over do you go? Not this far. Okay. So I didn't see him in any of the rooms that were marked here. I'm gonna have some fruit before I continue my search. And all I know is that there's supposed to be some kind of neon bunny somewhere around here. I'll search from up here. Nope. Not seeing a bunny. And he doesn't go into the room below, apparently. Man, kangaroo, go away. I am not in the mood to deal with your shenanigans right now. Alright. Sorry, Mr. Duck. Your shenanigans I will always deal with. You are adorable. Okay. So I don't see him anywhere through here. I don't know where he's hanging out. And... I can't use bubbles in here because we got a bird that doesn't like bubbles. So I'm gonna have to go back in through the top. I guess I'll keep the UV light on just in case. Or maybe I already found him when I was doing my hunts earlier and just don't remember. I could believe that too. Man, I jump over it. I guess I'll get on the disc first. Because I can switch while I'm writing. Okay. Do I see a sign of a bunny? No. No, I don't. Okay, so maybe I've already gotten this one. I'm not sure. If I haven't found it, I will make a note of Bunnies 7 on this list. Alright. Okay. So, room down and left from the egg room. Okay. You know what? It gave me the directions for the song, but I will go ahead and show where you find the song since the guide here told me. And I will go ahead and see what we got here. Okay, so this is the room. And there's just something visible with the UV light here. Yep. Those sure are a bunch of arrows. Oh god, that is a lot of arrows, actually. Oh no. So what? Left, left, down, right. I've already got it written down on this thing here, so I'm not gonna record it myself, but right, up, right. Left, left, up, right. Yeah, that does seem to be the case. Okay. Fun times. God. Doot, doot. Okay. So yeah, this is one that would have been found via just randomly wandering around the world with the UV light, and still not my idea of fun. But at least this one is something I could get with the information given to me in-game. Alright. So the room with a bunch of crows. I remember that. I hit the button and it was funny. I see. All right. So the crows are singing, which is fascinating. Okay, which room is that? Up there. Yes. Yes. Okay, so that's pretty far away. But I could at least go back into chameleon territory here. And we'll just head on over. So not this one. The one to the left. Alright, let's not hit the button. So they apparently play a song. Oops. Okay, there we go. And let's not antagonize them. We will not hit the button, it's okay. As funny as it would be, we'll just let the crows continue singing their little song. Alright, there we go. Okay. Ah, so the next one. Okay, so here I take a nap. So I just come in here, stand here, and we fall asleep. I see. I actually remember seeing the Dream Bunny once, and I was wondering, oh, is that how the game is gonna tell me that there's a bunny in this room somewhere? I couldn't remember what room it came up in, but I guess, specifically, you are supposed to actually jump up and collect it. Yeah. So, the guide says that it might take, like, 4 minutes for it to show up. Dear Lord! You know, I told myself that I would never actually play, like, La Mulana or NetHack or some of these other games that just really, really appear to hate their players. This is the kind of vibe that I'm getting from what's going on here. God, like, why? Like, this isn't even, like, a hard gameplay challenge, it's just, why? Literally, why? I hate it. I hate it. So I guess we'll listen to the crows sing for a while. I kind of wish I'd known that it was a bunny I was supposed to collect and not a hint. Because otherwise I would have already gotten it. I don't know. Like, I guess I could try to think about... But I mean, I've already ranted about this kind of game design and why I don't like it. Oh well, I guess I'll do it again. So... I said last time that I do think it's important for puzzle games to be able to be solved with information from within the game. And I was actually thinking about it a bit more since then. I stand by that statement. Because otherwise it's not really a puzzle, and I get zero satisfaction from solving something like this, where it's just like, oh, I have to sit here for 5 minutes and wait for a thing to happen. And hopefully I know it's a thing, because, you know, otherwise I might just slip past it. I don't really have any way of knowing that it's a thing. The game has not informed me that this is, you know, something I should be paying attention to. But if you want your players to feel smart... Oh god, it's high up. Dang nabbit. Okay, I guess I'll wait again. Anyway, if you want your players to feel smart, and you really want them to feel like they have accomplished something, you give them the tools to piece together the answer by themselves, and then they get that really awesome eureka moment, where just everything falls into place. They see the solution, and that they are able to execute it. And, you know, and if they have to go and look up a guide afterward, they hit themselves in the forehead and go, "Doh, I should have been able to figure that out." That is the kind of feeling that I personally like in puzzle games. I know that there are some people that don't mind just doing world tours, going through literally every room with the UV light or whatever else. I've never been a fan of that because when I go through it, I'm just like, oh, there we go, I found something. Yay. I don't feel like I have actually done anything. It was just route grinding. And for me, that's just not very interesting. That's why when I was looking up certain things, I'm just like, okay, I know I have to put fireworks in the rooms where the kangaroo shows up. I could have gone on a world tour, checked every single room systematically, and done that. But instead, I just looked up the locations of the kangaroo, because, like, as far as I was concerned, I had already solved the puzzle. The rest was just route grinding, and I don't like that. But what got me thinking was the big bunny mural. The tedium of actually inputting all the blocks aside. I'm like, I was thinking, is there a place for puzzles that involve community efforts, where you have the one puzzle piece, and then you have to share it with other people that will have different puzzle pieces and eventually arrive at the answer? My answer was yes, with an asterisk, in that you should have the ability to share that information in-game. And the community should be an in-game feature. So it basically only has a place, in my mind, with, like, online games. But for a single-player game like this, I would never be able to solve that on my own. Because I do not have 50 friends that play Animal well. I don't. That requires, basically, for someone like me, to go up and use a guide. And if it was just going to be a nice little Easter egg for his community while the game was still in early access, I actually think that's okay. Make it an Easter egg. Don't make it necessary for unlocking an ending or for getting all the collectibles or anything like that. Just make it a fun Easter egg. That is fine. There we go. But that is my opinion on puzzle games. I think it is extremely important for everything to be solvable with information within the game. Just because the feeling that you can give your players... Oh god. Oh god. I already see what's going on with this next one. But, the strength that I think games have is in being able to make players feel something, because it's interactive. The players are able to do something via their own efforts, and they are able to get that sense of accomplishment from actually doing something. And if you don't give your players the tools to actually solve things... Am I just unlocked? No, we're good. Okay. But if you don't give the players the tools to actually be able to solve this, then you are robbing them of that feeling, basically. And I think it's a shame. Maybe it's funny. I can buy that. But I am not a believer. Okay. So, remember how a while ago I looked up how to unlock this wall here. And apparently the answer is that you get here, and then you fall in the water. And I was like, that sounds terrible. Well, here we are. It is now time. And I think it's gonna feel terrible. Here we go. Also, I don't think you should put in things in your game that the mechanics were clearly never meant to handle. But again, this is just my opinion. Alright. So let me read through this. And this one can be found in the little maze at the top of the waterfall platforms. Okay. Yes, yes. So we stand here. Okay. So there's probably gonna be a switch or something here. Let me see what their recommendation is real quick. I just want to see the room that they go to. Oh man, you can hold down the button to get a whole ton of bubbles. I never did that. I was always very controlled with my bubbles. Okay. Oh god. Just watching this video is already making me hate life. Okay. So right up there. Got it. And then where do I fall in the lava? Or the water? Okay, the room to the right. Okay, so basically... I'm crying slightly already. Okay, so I'm here. I gotta get... I'll just show you in the map. We go here, we go all the way through here, up to this room, where I can now change the blocks using the remote. And then I go over here and fall in the water, and I have to do that without ever touching the ground. Already failed. Fun times. This is why I have said that I don't like to play games where the developer clearly hates the player. Or makes them do dumb things like this. This is kind of how I picture the experience of playing La Mulana guideless to be. Oh man, I think La Mulana is a pretty cool game in a lot of ways, but I never had any desire to actually play it for myself. I like to watch other people torture themselves on it. Oh, there we go! We're gonna do a bunch of bubble hops. A whole lot of them. And we're gonna do them for several screens. And I'm probably gonna cry. Often. And just be like, game design has failed us. Alright, well... So far so good. I haven't been able to get out of this room because the terrain is something else. But it's okay. I'll give it my best shot. I'll give it a few tries here. I might come back to it just because... my heart is already hurting. This game was so good early on. Why are you doing this, developer? Why? I'm crying. I'm crying so much. I thought the disc was gonna break me. the disc room with all the spikes, and where I had to make use of what I'm almost certain was a bug that the developer thought was funny. Oh god, and the kangaroo's here. Please don't. I'm busy. Thanks. I'm crying. Okay. Well, here we go. That's what I gotta do. I gotta ride Bubbles all the way there. I know the route. I know the route. It's, straightforward, logically. It's strictly execution. And I know how I am with execution. I'll just do a bunch of little bubble hops. I got the dogs distracted by the top, so they won't try to eat me. They're so cute. I'm trying to use their cuteness to make me feel better. It's not working. I don't think anything can make me feel better right now. I don't think it matters how hard I try. Whine, moan, complain. Okay. Pain. Pure pain. Okay, I have to go above this. I can't go below it. I'm gonna have to go, like, back and forth between that room a lot, and it's gonna be terrible. Everything about this is terrible. You know, when I was thinking about streaming, and I was thinking really hard about what to talk about, I was just like, I don't want to be the type of person that just spends 2 hours complaining about everything. Because I know that if I just, you know, verbalize my intrusive thoughts and just do that, it's probably going to involve a lot of complaining, especially since, you know, my main content is art. And art is hard. So if I don't think about what I'm saying while I'm drawing, I will probably complain a lot. But I was like, no, I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't want to be the kind of person that complains a lot. But what else am I supposed to do here besides complain? My only commentary while doing this nonsense is pure internal screaming. I hate it. I hate it so much. And I hate bubble hopping between rooms like this. I hate it. No, I need to stand a little bit further to the side, I think. Yeah, there we go. I want to make sure I'm firmly in the room. I do think at least the second room there is pretty easy. It's just a straight shot, and hopefully I don't get ambushed by a kangaroo. That third room, though, that's gonna be a thing, because I do have to go back and forth between the rooms. So I can't see where I'm putting my bubble down. I guess that's where just blowing a whole ton of bubbles might help. So I just spam the button. Yeah, I'll do that. I try to be a little bit controlled in my bubble hops because I find it a little bit easier when there's not a lot of stuff to get distracted with on the screen here. So I try to do them one at a time when I can. I don't like having a lot of distractions. just personal preference there. Pain. I just gotta blow a ton of bubbles there. Alright, time for some more riveting gameplay. Let's go listen to some dogs bark. Woof, 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 woof. Okay. I could probably do something with the disc here, but frankly, I don't think disc jumping would be any easier. So, here we go. Right in those bubbles. It's very exciting. Look at all those bubbles. They sure are round until I step on them, and then they are not. That's what bubbles do. Isn't it fascinating? Isn't it amazing to just blow bubbles and jump on them repeatedly here? With no end in sight? No, it really isn't. Bum. Burp, bum. Burp, bum. Burp, burp, I will hear these sounds in my nightmares tonight. Right. I'm not trying to get up there. I will, though. Through my nightmares, I will hear and bum, bum, over and over and over and over. And it'll never stop. I will just hear it. And in my dreams, I will see bubbles. And I'll be like, no, not the bubbles. Please, anything but the bubbles. No more bubbles. I already had to say that with my kids because you know what? Every time we got bubbles, they take the bubble soap and they have no sense of making sure to hold things upright. So they would just pour the bubble soap out immediately. So I had to tell them no more bubbles too. Or yeah, and then there was a time where they kept wanting to blow bubbles inside. And now we have a bunch of spots in our carpet that are just soaked with bubble soap. Not even from necessarily spilling the bubbles, but from the bubbles just popping on the ground. But my older one might be able to handle bubbles now. But my younger one definitely can't. He would spill the bubble soap immediately. But, frankly, even the older one's not that great with keeping track of things and still knocks over her drinks on the table. Often. Yes, I hate everything. I hate everything even more. Okay. Time for some barking. Nope, too far to the side. There we go. Want to make sure I'm not in those dotted lines. And now my nose itches. I'm gonna scratch it when I do my next hop. Okay. There we go. It's a little better now. And now more things are itching. It's like, have you ever had that moment where you get an itch that you can't scratch immediately? And even after you scratch it, you just get a cascade of itchiness. And suddenly everything starts itching. And you're possibly also uncomfortable doing stuff that you don't like. But stuff that you feel like you gotta do for one reason or another. And everything just gets itchy. Yeah. That's how I feel right now. Sound. I never even minded the bubble sound that much, but oh, it's just... Okay, I gotta scratch my everything, hold on. Okay. I'll try again. We'll go back and see the dogs. I'm still a little bit sick, too. It's like if I'm not seeing some improvement by next week, I might actually have to go to the doctor. And I mean, there has been improvement. I'm pretty sure I just had multiple issues going on. One of them is pretty much done, sans a little bit of phlegm in my throat still. The other one is being a little bit more persistent. Anyway, so... You know, I don't think I even talked about this during my art stream yesterday because I was thinking about a bunch of other stuff. But I have started my art training arc. This is now a just chatting stream because I have to do something to keep myself sane while jumping on these godforsaken bubbles and pretending the floor is lava. So let's talk about art. Art is cool. Anyway, I've been doing a lot of practicing because I want to get fast at drawing. I do. And right now, Pain, how the heck? You know what? I'm gonna practice this part right here before I go into the real thing because this is the thing. But yeah, I want to draw fast. Because I want to draw comics and do animations and do storytelling via art. Because I think that would be pretty fantastic. Yeah, I gotta spam here. Stop trying to be controlled. Embrace spam. But yeah, stories are cool, art is cool, and I do think that the best illustrations are the ones that tell some kind of story. And I was like, you know what? I want to bring it a step beyond that. And I just... Pain. This part sucks. Anyway. I want to... And I can't even get high up here, because you got that stupid stalactite up there. What was I saying? Before I started just whining incessantly? Yeah, just, that illustrations with that try to tell a story, I think, end up kind of being the best ones. And I think I would like to take it a step beyond that. Like, to an extent, I think some of my drawings do that, or at least I try to. But sometimes they're just very simple ones. Like, look at the cute anime girl being cute. She's doing a thing. Man, yeah, because I have to get through this tiny little gap. But yeah, I would like to make room for more complex stories, and maybe stories with dialogue. And, you know, maybe also stories without dialogue. So I've been looking into animation techniques, and most importantly, how to draw fast. So that's one of my current goals, and I have been doing a bunch of practice off stream. I don't really like to do my practice on stream because I want to focus. Okay, I got over. Now I have to get up this narrow shaft. You know what? That's not happening. I'm gonna go over here. Go away, doggy. And this is practice. Because I have touched the floor, but, okay, and once I get here, it's not so bad. Okay. So yeah, recently I was looking for recommendations for techniques and stuff to kind of improve my accuracy. Because I do think that part of my problem is just that I have to rework things a lot. And use the liquefy tool to push things around. So I've been looking for techniques for construction to help improve my accuracy. And I came across a relatively famous one, Bridgman. And I just saw something that I have never seen in people talking about construction, and he uses cubes. I was like, whoa! Because when I look at a face, I don't see a circle. I love circles, but I don't like using them for constructing things. It just never worked for me. I tried the Loomis method so much, and I could just never wrangle it because, for whatever reason, I could just never see the circles properly. Because circles and perspective just don't mix for me, because they're pretty much the same in every bit of perspective. And then I just saw this guy, and I could see in the way he was constructing figures that he uses cubes. And I was like, ah, I have never seen anybody else represent the head as a cube like I do. Yes! I mean, sometimes I represent it as a circle, but when I'm actually trying to draw things in perspective, it's all cubes all the time. And I was like, yes! Maybe I can use his construction methods. Unfortunately, the explanations in his books are not very good. But I found some people that are a fan of some of what he does, and they're talking about a little bit about his approaches and stuff, and I'm hoping to pick up some nice tips about how to put stuff together. And hopefully improve my accuracy. So if you're like me and you cannot make sense of circles in perspective, Bridgman, use cubes. Cubes are fantastic. I love them. And just looking at some of his drawings, I can see immediately how they were made. Because the cubes make way more sense to me than the circles. When I looked at Loomis, I could mostly understand how they were constructed. But when I tried to replicate it, I couldn't really do it. But with Bridgman, yes, I can make sense of it, and it feels great. So I have been making some progress, but it is a bit slow going. Because art is hard, and I have a lot of information to assimilate. And it'll take me some time, but I assure you, I am trying things, because there are so many things I want to do with art streams that are just more than just drawing an illustration. I want to do weird challenges, and I want to take more advantage of the live format for art. And not just do what I could essentially do with a not live time-lapse or even just real-time painting. I'm still gonna practice this because I'm still pretty bad at it. To be clear, I'm talking about what's going on in Animal Well and not the art. I think my art is okay, but I'm still not very good at construction. That is true. That I am still practicing. But I'm getting there. And I now have some techniques that I can use, and I am loving it. I have had... Well, I guess today was a little bit frustrating because I couldn't quite do what I wanted. But yesterday, I had a really great time because I was just able to do some things. And draw some unpolished heads in just a few minutes. Not quite to the level that I would want them to be at for live streaming it, but it's getting there. It's getting there, and I'm so excited. Oh man. Talk about art, so much more fun than complaining about what I'm doing here. Art is great. And for the record, I do consider video games art. So I actually do like talking about game mechanics and stuff. And all the stuff that I've been doing for that here. It's just... I run out of things to say. Because... What could I even say to this? I don't know why people think stuff like this is a good idea. I don't. They're just like, oh, I should make the game hard, I guess. How do we make the game hard? By making it as obnoxious as possible, apparently. I mean, true, I guess. That does indeed make a game harder, but I wouldn't say it makes the game better. Anyway, I'm getting better at this part. I'm gonna do a few more practice runs before I go back and take it from the top. That transition is pretty hard. That's the part that I feel like I need to work on. There I accidentally jumped on the ground, but I'll go ahead and continue. Oops. Okay, there we go. Let's do it again. Okay. Let's do it one more time. If I can get 3 times in a row, I think that bodes well for being able to get it on the fly. I did not get it 3 times in a row. Okay. I'll go for 3 times in a row. Okay, there's one. There's 2. There's 3. Okay, I think I'm ready. I don't really want to practice the other rooms yet if I don't need to, so... It looks pretty straightforward to get up there. The hard part is just going to be switching to the remote. But I think once I get to that room, I should be pretty okay. Or once I get above the second dog room there, I think I'll be okay. Provided I just don't mess up my jumps and, you know, don't mess up my execution. As you do! Okay, I can still just do singular bubbles here. I don't need to make things hard on myself. I don't like that part. It gets a little bit tight. I will fall a little bit, and you notice that I'm not pressing down. It's because I am terrified. I really don't want to mess it up. So I just kind of give myself a chance to breathe. Because I need it. And now that I'm not practicing, I am going slightly insane again. Only slightly, though. So I guess it could be worse. Okay, this is where I start spamming. Okay, and now I can just kind of move around however I feel. How am I gonna do this? I need to, like, make sure my bubbles are in good spots. So that this way they don't pop on the side. God dang it. I hate everything! I hate it! I hate it! But no, I think I can do this. I also like how this video that I'm referencing for how to do this, it calls it Animal Well Lava Floor Challenge, with challenge in quotes. I realize the context of how they're doing that is maybe different from what I'm thinking, but you know, that's exactly how I feel right now. This is not the kind of challenge that the game has been thrown at us up until now, and I miss the old Animal Well. Back when it was a lovely little puzzle game about exploring and finding new and unusual ways to use your tools and about the Manticore. I miss you, old Animal Well. I had so much fun with you in the early game. I should have spammed. Why'd you have to go and decide to do this? I'm so sad. I said before, disappointment is strongest when the thing you're disappointed in was great before. It's like, if Animal Well was bad from the beginning, well, I wouldn't be disappointed right now. I wouldn't be so incredibly sad. I'd be like, oh yeah, game is always kind of terrible. And I probably would have stopped at the first credits and just played a different game. But I really liked this game. It was so much fun. And now I'm doing this. Burp bum. Burp bum. Burp bum. Burp bum. And that is my life now. Life is hard. Okay, and now I start spamming. Okay, made it. Nice. Had to be quiet there for a second because, man, I did not want to mess that up. Okay, so here's hoping I don't mess up this part now. This part's just kind of tricky because this shaft is really, really narrow. And that can happen. I should probably spam there too, honestly. Oh man, my nose is so itchy. Okay. I'm gonna spam there too. This way, hopefully at least one bubble survives and I can jump on it. Oh man, listen to those happy puppies. They're so happy. They're nothing like me right now. They're having a great time doing something totally futile. And I am not. Gotta say, I'm happy that some of the bunnies were just playing songs. So I don't have to go too far and pull too many shenanigans. And... But there's some of these that are just raw execution based, so here we go. Hopefully I can get them all before this session. So I don't have to play into next week. I feel bad saying that about a game, but man, is it how I'm feeling right now. The magic is dead. Okay. Now we do hops. Look at me hopping. All there is to it, just infinite hops. No! No! Okay. It's fine. I have no emotions anymore. I feel nothing. We hop. See? Oh man. Oh man, just hopping. So much hopping. Glad to see that, you know, the guy writing this guide that I'm using said that it took him about 3 hours. I guess in some way it makes me feel better, and another way I'm just like, oh god, I hope I'm not sitting here for 3 hours doing bubble hops. Please no. At least I know that I'm not the only one that it's hard for. God, my nose is so itchy. I hate it. I hate everything. I might need to pull up a picture that sums up my thoughts right now. The next time I fall, I'm gonna do that because it'll make me feel better about myself. And because having cute cats on the screen makes everything better. I'm pretty sure I hit the ground there. So, you know what? It is time. I'm gonna sum up my thoughts here. Let me find it. Let's see. So, image. Okay, where is my image here? We're gonna take a small break, just so that I can keep myself a little bit more sane. It froze. Okay, I'll walk back while it's frozen. Why are you frozen? Okay. Oh, okay. We can stand down there now. It's fine. Let's see. Where are my cat pictures? Here we are. There we go. My feelings right now. We'll just put this above my head. I hate everything. There we go. Planckera's mood right now. Alright, now we're back to bubble hopping. Oh yeah. Man, that's the first time I fell down in that room. Alright. There, I'll move it down just a little bit. I'll plop it right here, but it'll sit next to my head. Okay. Let's go. Attempt number, I don't know, I haven't been counting. I knew it would be high, so I didn't want to try to count. That's gonna get popped, so I didn't trust it. Maybe I should have spammed. If I don't trust it, I should just spam instead of doing my singular bubble hops that I prefer. Okay. Here goes nothing. God, and I'm gonna have to go up another shaft in order to get up to the room that I can use the remote in. Okay. Time to spam. No. Okay. Like I said, all emotion has been removed from my brain, replaced with only the embodiment of this cat that hates everything. Okay, hold on. I need to itch my nose again. Okay. Here we go. You know, it's funny. My kids have been playing the floor is lava a lot lately, and they set up obstacle courses for themselves, and it's very cute. It's extremely cute. And they like jumping around and derping hard. And then they fall down and get hurt, and it's not quite as funny. But then they start doing it again, so I know it's fine. Oh yeah, and I can talk about the barcode puzzle again. Where I was complaining about that, and I said that I'd stop harping about it because it was just an Easter egg. But there was in fact a bunny behind this barcode puzzle. So that is why I started saying, you know what? No, I do get to complain about how bad this puzzle is. Because if you're gonna... Hang on, but put an ending behind it. No, it is no longer just an Easter egg. I had actually been thinking about this a lot. I started thinking about it with Hollow Knight of all things. And the God Home DLC. In that, the Pantheon of Hollowness did not seem especially fun, but I felt like it was a challenge well within the bounds of the game, if that makes sense. And I don't think that there's necessarily anything wrong with telling your players to get good if you want all of the content. As long as, you know, it's the kind of challenges that the game actually offers. Like, honestly, I mean, I hate this, but it's not nearly as bad as like the barcode puzzle or the bunny puzzle that requires you to look up things outside of the game or any of that. The main thing that differentiates this between other hard challenges in games, like I think people complaining that Dark Souls is hard are being ridiculous. Like, that's the point. That is a design goal. But I don't feel like bubble hops or taking advantage of that one disc throwing bug. And make no mistake, I am absolutely certain that it was a bug that the developer just thought was funny. I don't think that those are the kind of challenges that this game was about until, like, this point. Oh god, there's little platforms over there and that's scary. Okay, remote. Okay, I have now switched it. I'm gonna ride this bubble down. Can I get in the water? I'm actually gonna stop my thought process there, and I will finish what I was talking about after I do this. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna delete my image now. Okay. I did it! I did it! Okay, so... I'm afraid. Oh, we're okay. There's a button. And there's the bunny. Okay. I can finish my thought. So, my thought was basically, what kind of challenges are interesting in games? I think if Dark Souls added an extremely long puzzle-solving segment in the endgame that was on par with the difficulty of, like, Baba is You or something, that would not make sense. I don't think that would be good design. Because it's not a puzzle game. It's not there to make puzzles that are difficult to solve. It is there for, you know, combat challenges and those kinds of things. And that's kind of how I feel what was going on here. And when I was talking about Hollow Knight and the Pantheon of Hollowness, I think that your game should be fun to 100% complete for the kind of game that your players are looking for when they pick your game to play. And the Pantheon of Hollowness looked kind of tedious, but when you're playing Hollow Knight, the combat challenges are a huge part of it. Like, that is a Metroidvania highly designed very much around its combat. So, very hard combat challenges make sense to me. Here, in this game, this is not a game that is high-octane platforming and precise, difficult execution. Therefore, challenges that are about that are a bad combination, in my opinion. And I don't think any point of your game should ask you to do something that the rest of the game hasn't prepared you for. So there you go. It's the duck to the right of the statue room. Yes? Okay, so the duck is a bunny. No, I have to give up my duck friend? No, I don't want to turn my duck friend into a bunny. Is he actually playing a song? Or is, because I did try to kind of match his energy there. But I never got anything to happen. So let's find out. No, I'm gonna save. I want to respawn in this nice central location that's very convenient. Okay, hello duck friend. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to mutate you into a bunny apparently. In just a sec. Go away. Jesus Christ, kangaroo, I'm not in the mood to deal with your shenanigans. Why are you suddenly appearing everywhere when I don't want you to? Oops, nope. Okay, hello buddy. Farewell, duck. I will miss you. I'm just kind of wondering if I already got the bunny here. I'll take another look around with the UV light while I'm over here. Just to make sure I'm not missing him. Okay, yeah, I don't see a bunny, so... maybe I have gotten that one. Okay, so that's what you use the faces for. I guess I can walk all the way up there just to show where the solution to this puzzle was. I do want to showcase the game, so when the guide explains it to me, I will do my best to actually go showcase it. So I gotta get all the way to the upper right here. I think it's a little bit faster to do it from here. Where am I? How do I get up there? Getting up there is really inconvenient, isn't it? Okay. It's all good. We'll do a little bit of wandering around. I feel obligated to do a little bit of footwork. Not footwork, legwork. Whatever, close enough. Got me some slack, man. I've been bubble hopping for... how long has it been? Probably at least 30 minutes. Longer than that, I think, but... I am just here going... slightly insane, but you know, this one's not so bad. I just had to play some music. I'm okay with playing some music. Okay. So, over here, I'm just gonna take the shortcut. Nope. The shortcut does not involve going for a swim. This way I don't have to solve all those puzzles again. I guess I would have to solve this one. Oh god. How do I solve this one again? So I hit that one to let it go through. I use this one as, like, the floor. Okay. I'll still get there. Okay, it was, I can tell it has perhaps been a little while. But this was early game. This was early game Animal Wells, so this is when the game was still fun. I don't remember the timing for this, so... No! Okay, yes. Yay! Okay, so it was here. And there's these faces on the wall here. And that is the song that you play to the duck, apparently. And it is true. I do see that optical illusion of the duck being a bunny over here. So it makes sense. Because I remember the faces on the wall there. There's the skull room. All the way in the corner here that shows a wheel with the faces on it. So the faces there correspond to the notes here. So there we go. That's that one. All right. Sit on the couch and use the remote. I can do. Let's go to hell. Alright, we'll go home once again. And see while... I guess I could talk about it on the way there. Basically, the joke is that you're supposed to go to your house, sit on the couch, and use the remote. And that's very funny meta humor, but it is not really a puzzle. Like the game has not given me any real indication that this is something I need to do. And I am old and frumpy and have no sense of humor. So there you go. Basically. It's not a puzzle, and I think it would have been better as a funny Easter egg. Okay. Sit on the couch. Use the remote. Okay. Okay. So yeah, and then it'll give you a song. I don't feel like going over to look up or to remember what face corresponds to what. I have the song written here. Let's just do it. Oops, nope. Alright. Not just me getting my left and right confused again, as I do. I will need a printer. I cannot do that. I do not have a printer. Let's see here. I see. Okay, so I do not have the office key yet. Let me get the let me grab that. I know that it has something to do with the eggs in the egg room. Okay. I'll just read this here. After collecting 64 eggs using the UV lantern in the egg room will reveal glyphs on the eggs consisting of various arrangements of 3 horizontal lines. The UV markings in the animal flute tutorial room reveal that a single upper line corresponds to note 1, a single middle line to note 2, and a single lower line to note 4. This can be interpreted as a 3-bit binary number system, similar to trigrams in Bagua. Dear Lord. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna play the song. That's honestly painful enough on its own because it has 64 notes. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Because I'll still showcase it. Yeah, see? I showed the thing here. This is gonna be the notes. Then the upside down egg is upside down, so those are actually 2 lower lines, not 2 lines on the top. And then if we come over here, you'll see just up here that, yeah, you can see that it corresponds to like some of this stuff, I think. Exact rules are for people that want to solve this puzzle. Anyway, let's just go play the song. Take nabbit. My fingers rolled. Did I not play it right? Okay. Alright, I'll try again. Nope. That error definitely messed up. Pain. I keep rolling my fingers. All right. Why does it have to be 64 notes long? Why couldn't you just made it like 10? I keep doing it, man. Uh, why? I feel like I'm asking this question a lot. Just why? I think I twitched. Uh, okay. Can I do this with the number pad instead? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. That'll make it a little bit easier. Okay, I think I rolled my finger there. Try again. Okay. I'm just getting used to the number pad here. Okay, I can use 5 to play. Okay. I still think it's easier to use X to play. Oh, nope, that had 2 notes. I twitched. Here we go. Well, that happened. Yeah, that sums out about how I feel about that. That sure happened. Alright. Let's go to the room and get the thing I need. And pray that I do not actually need a printer, because... yeah. Alright, let's go back down to hell. Head on back down, back to the house. We'll open the door, and we'll see what I need to do here. I mean, the game can't make me actually have a printer, so... I hope. I don't know, maybe there's some obscure thing I don't know about, but I can't think of a single programming trick that would require a printer to be hooked up. Alrighty. Okay, I haven't read the full description here. I'm still just gonna walk over. I cannot read and walk over at the same time, because my eyes are needed, unfortunately. As curious as I am to what I'm gonna have to do here, I say in a very exasperated voice. That's all right. We'll get them all, and we'll see what this third ending has to offer. Okay. So we're in here now. Okay. So something about origami. This one is wild because you need a printer in real life connected to your PC so that it can print a paper on how to make an origami. This is 100% not on my, so credit to Fury Forged on YouTube for this one. You will need the office key, which you can find by playing the egg song that appears when you use the UV light on the 64 eggs. Once you play that song, the path in the upper right of the egg room, yada yada yada. Head back to the house and use the key to find the computer inside. Interact with it. I do not appear to have an option to interact. Okay. UV light on the letterboard. Okay. I don't think Switch or PS5 players can solve this on their own due to lack of a printer, but this will basically net you a song. Yeah, I figured it'd be something like that. God. Why? Seriously, why, developer? Why? How is this going to make your players feel satisfied? Maybe it'll get a chuckle out of them. But there's lots of ways you can make your players laugh. The great thing about Metroidvania and puzzle games is that feeling of discovery. Let me discover the things. Don't get super meta. It's annoying. Origami fig. Okay, that appears to be the bunny. Alright. Oh man, am I gonna have to play with the unhinged cat some more? For this bunny, return to the dog statue at the very top of the map. Okay. So, pick up the mock disc, go to the teleportation room, take the middle right teleporter to the Chameleon District. Once here, go to the left, exit. Okay, where am I trying to get? Unclear. Okay, okay, so once here, go to the left, bottom left exit. Go through the puzzle. Okay, so there's something there that the unhinged cat has to touch. Okay, well, my mock disc is somewhere else right now, but it's fine since we're going back to the warp room to get to the chameleon district anyway. So I'll just go grab it. And I'm not quite sure where I'm going, but I will use the item menu to pause the game anytime I feel lost. So I'm just gonna go for it. We'll see if I regret this decision, but I'm just gonna go for it. Because at this point, it can't be more painful than some of the other things I've had to do for bunnies. Alright, so we come over here, and then from here... Okay, bottom left exit. And then down a screen. Okay. So I need the unhinged cat to touch... this thing up here. Okay, so we go through the puzzle, and I accidentally got myself crushed, which is deeply unfortunate. But there we go, I know what to do. Alright, buddy, I need you to touch a statue. I like the unhinged cat, though. He's pretty funny. He just looks so excited to be here at all times. And I still can't swim, or jump, apparently. Alright. See you later, cat. Let's go on over. Alright, go through the puzzle. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm here now. And I need to get up here. Okay, so now I'm here. Now I guess I just wait for the cat. It's fine if I take some damage. Come on, buddy! Okay, I got the thing. Why am I not going back? It's like I was gonna try to avoid dying, but, you know, it's fine if I die, I guess. Alright, I'll go put the mock disc back. Or die. Either or. Regardless, we'll let Unhinged Cat go home for a little while. Because I no longer need him here. He has done his work for me, and I appreciate it. You're a good friend, Unhinged Cat. Okay. Next. Oh, my feet are falling asleep. Alright. Okay, and I've already gotten that one. Okay. Alright, so there's some shenanigans. Hopefully I have all the buddies. We gotta go back to hell. Because I need to jump inside my donut again. And if I have all the buddies, I should see them all. If I'm missing the UV bunny, that's the only one that's questionable right now. And then I'll go back and look for him. Gotta say, I am glad that I did not attempt to solve all that myself. It would have been physically impossible, as I do not own a printer, and I definitely do not have the money to go out and buy one to solve a puzzle in this game. Cruel to make that a puzzle when you were planning on, or I guess when you did make console ports without porting the puzzle to something that they could actually solve, but there are so many puzzles in here that can't actually be solved, so I guess it's fine. Par for the course, really. Okay. Have some lovely fruit, and I never did see what you're supposed to do with this clock. I'll look something about that up too, but it seems like I probably have what I need here. I'm gonna go check for all the bunnies. Ah, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am missing one, aren't I? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be an 8 on each side. 5, 6, 7. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. 8. 1, 2, 3. Just making sure I'm not miscounting. 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? I'm missing 2? There's 16, right? Yeah. I went through the list. Okay. Fortunately, they have specific appearances, so I can just kind of look for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I'm missing 2. Okay. So the kind of vaguely purplish bunny. I think that's you. That one's more blue. But I think I saw him, so... Okay, yeah, this is definitely the one. Okay, so I have bunny number 1. Bunny number 2 is the ghost bunny, which I saw over here. So, yep, he's here. Bunny number 3 was one of the song ones, and he's a brown bunny. Not that one. I guess I'll hop around while I just verify that he's here. Yep, there he is, right there. This one... I don't see on his screen, but it was one of the song bunnies, so I'm pretty sure I got him. Let's see, the one from the mural is the black and white bunny. I saw him over here, but I will still verify just to make sure. Okay, yep, right here. There he is. And we have another brown bunny. This one's kind of a yellow-brown. Yep, there he is, right there. UV bunny. I saw him over here, actually. So indeed, the reason I couldn't find him before was because he was already here. There he is, right there. Or is that the one from the TV? This might be the one from the TV. So I might be missing UV Bunny. Okay, I will... Yeah, UV Bunny is kind of blue, green. Okay. So I'll look for UV Bunny. Okay, this is the one, another one where we had to play a song, and he is kind of a black bunny. I don't think it's you. A little bit darker than you. So let's see here. Is it you? Might be. Let me check the other bunnies, just might be that one, or I might... I remember getting that one. Let's see, the one with the crows is a light gray bunny. That one's a little bit of... That might be that one. Some of them, most of them don't really have any unique patterns. They're just maybe a couple shades lighter or darker than each other, so... Might also be that one. Or you. Yeah, he has quite a more yellow eyes, so I think it's that one. But point being, I think he's there. Okay, more crows. That'll be the Dream Bunny, which is, I assume, the outline bunny. Yep, there he is over there. Okay, this is the Painful Hoppin' Bunny, where the floor was lava and I had to bubble hop across the world. Kind of a reddish-brown bunny. Let me see. I don't actually see him here because, I mean, it seems like I probably got a bunny and didn't just probably collect it or something. Oh no, there he is. Okay. Okay, then we have the Duck Bunny, which is right there. Okay. Uh. Okay, it doesn't show what the bunny looks like, but I assume that this is the TV bunny. Okay, I might not have gotten the bunny in the office. Okay, this one I just got. And yep, I see him right over there. And I had gotten the one in the swordfish room. He's kind of a blue bunny. So let me look around for a blue one. Okay. Yeah, so I think the ones that I'm missing are I didn't properly collect the one in the office, and I am missing the UV bunny. Okay. I still can't interact with this computer, though, so how do I get the bunny? Let me go read the directions again. Yeah, it's saying that I can interact with the computer, but I cannot. I cannot interact with the computer. Let me look this one up. Let's see here. Okay, so... So, I'm still trying to find... Okay, origami bunny. Okay. So, I might have already gotten that bunny via the barcode puzzle? If I am reading this correctly? Oops. Fat-fingered. Okay. I don't know what bunny I'm missing then. I guess I'll go through the whole list again, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I'm missing the UV bunny, so I'll go run around that area until I find the bunny, I guess. I don't know what else to do. But that one wasn't in the bunny room, so it probably is the one that I'm missing. I'll just go ahead and put on the UV light right now. And I'll just wander around here until I see a bunny. It's like in the screenshots that I see, he was right here. That's about the only hint that I got. So I'll just go in circles for a little while. Okay. So he can't show up in the room where the duck was, it looks like. Hopefully I don't need to chase out the kangaroo again. Alright, I still don't see a bunny. I'm just kind of always looking around where the statues are, because that seems to be the hint for this bunny. I can't really jump over the clouds of death there, so I gotta switch while I'm wandering through here. Okay, and there's none up this ladder, but there is in the... potentially in the room kinda to the right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and disc throw up here, and I'll jump on it, and... Oh, wait, I can't disc from this side. Okay. I'll do it from the other side, then. Because it's like the one room that I haven't gone to yet. I'm not sure how I'd get a bunny there, but, I mean, if it's nowhere else, then it's gotta be there, right? The fact that I am missing a second bunny on top of that is concerning, though. Okay. No, I don't see a bunny here either. I've gotten to every room that this guide says the bunny can show up. Let me... see another one. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. UV bunny. Okay. So basically, I'm looking for some sparkles. I thought I saw some sparkles up here. Maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, there he is! No, come back! Come back! Okay, I got him. I hear the music playing. So there's one. Okay, which one am I missing besides the UV bunny? I'm pretty sure I got the one near the beginning of the game. I will double check just to make sure, though. Because I remember doing that puzzle challenge and I was just like, wait, what did I heard something when I hit the bunny. What did he give me? Okay. Yep. Next one is the ghost. I guess I'll play the songs for the song bunnies because they're easy. Okay. So yeah, I got that bunny. Okay, now I play another song. Okay. Yep, got the bunny. I got the mural bunny, but I'll go ahead and go look just to make sure I, like, touched him. Because the path should be open still. Path should be open. You know, in theory. And it's just right over here, so nice and easy to just jump to real quick and verify. Alas, my poor duck friend is gone, so I don't have to verify that at least. So the path to the bunny was over here. And indeed, there is no bunny in here. Okay. Okay, next bunny is another song. Oops. Nope, I... Me being dyslexic and, getting left and right confused. Okay. And indeed, no bunny here. And it just dumps me out here. Okay. UV bunny I just got. Alright, let's, head back over by the egg room. And I'll start making my way to the seahorse biome, and I'll see if I played that song properly and picked up the bunny. It's just right over here. Okay, and I think I even see the path, but I'll just go ahead and play the song just in case. Okay. Yep. So I do appear to have got that one. Where was the path I got opened there? I just want to make sure that the bunny is, like, no longer physically there. But I don't remember which path it was. Was it that thing in the upper, right there? No, that was something else. Is this the bunny I'm missing then? I don't remember where the path that opened was. Let me see. So this is bunny number 8. Let's see. There. I'm just trying to find it in another guide, which is unfortunately not loading the images, but it gives me some alternate text to use. Let me see. I see. So this one is explaining where I get some of the other what's it called? Some of the songs to play for the bunnies. Okay. Let me take another look at a different guide and see if it can tell me where this one was. Big fish mural, yeah. Okay, because I think this might be the one that's missing here. Okay. Oh man, it's gonna be the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seven. Okay. I mean, I do appear to have hit the song correctly. Okay, so it must be this path then. Okay, so it is not the one that I'm missing. Okay. I feel like I have confirmed. Okay, crows. So they will be up kind of near here. Let me see, where's that room again? Let's see. From here, I just go up the ladder. Okay. I do like the crows. They are less cute than some of the other animals, but they are still very amusing. Okay, and yep, I see the bunny. Or where it was, rather, so I got that one. I got the dream bunny, I have verified that. I'm not gonna sit there for 5 minutes again. Okay, I guess I'll go to dog pit. And verify that I did actually grab the bunny there. Fortunately, I've already done the challenge, so I don't have to do that again. I just have to verify that the bunny is taken. I'm just gonna throw the top just in case I mess up my jumps. I should be an expert bubble jumper by now, though. Okay. Where's this? Okay, this is just dog pit again. Yeah, so this is the path that I took to hit the button here. And where is the bunny? Let me just make sure that I actually collected the bunny. Okay, right. He was... Oh, right. I need to throw the top. Okay, so he was over there. So yes, I do believe that I have that bunny. I have the duck bunny. I, in theory, have the origami bunny. Let me double check here. Okay. So, yeah, I pretty sure I got that, because that is apparently also in the barcode room. I guess I can go there really quick. But yeah, basically, apparently the same bunny, if you don't have a printer, or maybe it was patched later or something, is also here, and I did get this bunny. Okay, I did get the ghost bunny, I think. And I definitely got the bunny from the swordfish room. Okay, so I'm not sure what bunny I could possibly be missing. I guess we'll see if I can still do the sequence. And if I can still do the thing, then maybe it'll be okay. Because I did check through everything, and I do not see which one I am missing. But I will count the bunnies again. Maybe I'm just bad at counting. It wouldn't be the first time. Definitely wouldn't be the first time. I just completely failed to notice something. Even after looking at it repeatedly. Alright. Here we are. Let's go count some bunnies. And try not to get surprised by the manticores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, that's 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought there should be 8 on each side. Yes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what bunny am I missing? Okay, well, let's just see if I can do it. So we start at the flag. Does this flag exist when I have a theoretical missing bunny here? Yeah? Okay. So let's see if it'll let me do it. Okay. I am now Hellcat. Let's go. Okay, so up. Left. Up. Left. Up. Right. Up. Up. Left. Down. Left. Up. 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 Right. Right. Down. Right. Up. 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 Left. Down. Left. Up. Left. Up. Right. 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 Up. Left. Yay. Okay. And here we are. The Hall of Bunnies. And my new giant bunny friend. Delicious. Alright, where are you gonna take me, buddy friend? Okay. Let's see, I'm supposed to move through it here, but it does not want to move me through the back. There we go. Okay. Okay. I am now a butterfly. Wow, you're fast. Okay, well, this is certainly a fever dream. Okay, is that everything? I can't imagine. It is true, I am very fast. Let's see. Okay. So what, can I just be a moth whenever I want? Can I do it outside of all this as well? Or is it just in this fever dream? Because I thought that there was going to be another credit sequence. But if there's not another credit sequence, then I see. So it wraps like this. Okay. In that case, let me look up third layer. Okay. Let's see here. So far, it's looking like this might be the last thing. Although I see some people talking about a fourth layer. Okay. So it looks like there might be some more Easter eggs and stuff. But let's see. I see some people asking for a guide to layer 3 that's not just a complete spoiler, but frankly, I'm okay with complete spoilers at this point. I am totally cool with complete spoilers. Okay, so yeah, it does look like it's just solving the bunnies, and then there might be some, like, other random things, and it does look like this was indeed more of an Easter egg thing. I thought that, with the way it was described, I thought there was more stuff, and I still haven't seen what to do with the clock. Let me check there. Okay. I want to see what's up with the giant clock. Okay, so it's a speed running thing. All right, that's fair. So it just gets you some additional trophies and stuff. All right, so I think at this point I have done all the things. And man, getting all the bunnies is pretty painful. But there we go. I think that is all I plan to do here. Can I not get out? Okay, there we go. So if I jump twice, I turn into a butterfly. Can I turn into a butterfly out here? I can. Neat. So now I can just go wherever I want, I guess. I cannot open the map while I'm a butterfly. Were there any other mysteries I wanted to take a look at? Because, yeah, it looks like there's some cryptic puzzles and stuff. I still don't know how to get there. I did look it up, and it said that you can't get there without bugging the game. So, not sure what's up with that. And yeah, so I guess that is everything. If something else comes up, I can at least zoom around quickly and kind of do what I want. Can I take damage still? Oh, hey. Oh no, I have the lantern on. I can. I can. Good to know. All right, I think that is everything. And if indeed the Bunnies ending is not necessarily a credits roll, I don't know. I'll still have to think about how I feel about that. The Bunnies just got way too meta for my tastes. The egg hunt was fun. Going through looking for all of those. I did eventually just want to look up hints there. I mean, for one, I was tilted for insisting on getting the bunnies from that, but for two, I didn't just want to wander around the map aimlessly. You notice I'm big about that, of just don't make me grind. And I do consider wandering around the map trying to look for like the one thing you missed to be kind of grindy. Having a good source of hints is good for that, and this game had it decent in that if you look at the egg room, that where the eggs are kind of corresponds to where they show up on the altars here, so if there's a gap, then you kind of know the general direction to go look. That was a pretty decent hint. And some of it might just be... I'm not... It's kind of similar to other collectibles and stuff in Metroidvanias in general, of just like looking for every last heart. I'm not quite sure how I'd solve that. But overall, I felt like the egg hunt was fine. It was mostly just the bunnies that really got me. I don't really feel like most of the eggs were that obscure, with maybe just the occasional design flaw of needing to use the top on every floor. And making sure that you can break that. I mean, you can kind of see it with the UV light. The UV light helped, but I still don't like the solution just being use the top here. But that's the only complaint that I have with the egg hunt. Everything up until the end of the eggs was fine. It really was just the bunnies that I thought was really bad. And if all of that really was just, you know, extra stuff for people that are super obsessed with the game to let them enjoy it a little longer, maybe, but I don't know. I think people should be able to 100% your game and have fun all the way through. I don't think that making the game unfun just to give the most hardcore fans something to do is a good design. Your most hardcore fans should be the ones that you appreciate the most, and the ones that should be able to have the most fun. So, yeah. But I will stand by. I think the game is pretty good as long as you don't want to 100% it. If you just go as far as the second credits, and maybe don't mind using a guide if you get stuck on the last couple of eggs, because most of the eggs don't have puzzles. You know, you can always just look up their location and still solve all the puzzles that way. I think you'll probably have a good time. Overall, good. Just when things got meta, things got real weird. And did a lot of things I don't approve of. Game design is hard. It is very, very hard. But yeah, cool game. Very beautiful. I had a good time. So, yeah, I guess I'll stop there. I will just go to the main menu here, and I guess I'll finish talking to our lovely background music here of, I already summed up my thoughts. I guess I'll talk about the good parts of the game a little bit more, because I did do a lot of ranting about all the meta stuff at the end. But really, I'm just thinking about some of the early parts of the design. A lot of the puzzles were kind of self-contained within rooms. Occasionally they kind of went room to room. And I really did get that feeling of just like, this is what I need to do. Or even the occasional bit of just when everything collected, I was like, oh no, this is what I have to do. And it was all very well put together. And when I think of the very early game, you went to the four corners to pick up your starter items. And then after that, you had to use two starter items together in order to navigate to a flame. And that was pretty cool. Of just, okay, we did a thing with this, and now you know how to use this tool. So now combine it with another tool to get to other places. And we generally only needed two to get to the flames. And then beyond that, it kind of expanded a little bit more. And you needed to use larger groups of items to get to a lot of the, endgame eggs and just everything beyond the flames. And then it had some kind of neat set pieces in the bosses. With maybe the exception of Unhinged Cat, I thought all of them were kind of neat little puzzly bosses. With the ostrich needing to go run through and press all the buttons, and the chameleon having to lure it to eat the hedgehogs and stuff like that. Those were all pretty cool. Oh yeah, and then the seahorse you never defeat. You only just use it to either get somewhere or to fill up something. So he was pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, there were a lot of things that were just really well put together. I'm under the impression that this game was just in early access for a while, so I'm kind of wondering if the developer got a little bit full of himself and just kind of wanted to derp around and do some stuff for the community at the end there. It can be really easy to get caught up in that stuff, I think, so I can understand it. But yeah, a very interesting little game. I'm glad I played it. I kind of wish I stopped at the second credits and did not go for the bunnies. But I wouldn't say I regret going for the bunnies. I think it's kind of important to showcase where things can go. Because, I mean, I was looking at some of the solutions to the puzzles there. And apparently some of them were based on binary puzzles. The egg was one. And apparently the thing that I was doing with the manticore at the end, where I was just following the directions rather than trying to figure out how to find the directions, was also another puzzle based in binary and some very obscure coding stuff. Maybe I could have figured it out because I am a programmer by trade, actually, not an artist. And but man, I don't think most people would be able to. And I really, really don't like using meta information in games. But yeah, very unique game. I definitely want to find some more puzzle-focused games like this. And actually, for the next game, I'm going to play an outright puzzle game. I decided to play Superliminal. It looked kind of interesting. Seemed appropriate for an art streamer. So I figured I'd give that a try. But anyway, I think that's about all I've got to say. Happy to talk about it further if you want to stop by my art streams, because that's like the perfect time to talk about anything. Because I'm typically just drawing. Oh, yeah. I suppose that is it for Animal Well. So, thank you all for coming, and I hope you're able to make something wonderful today. I just want to remind everyone that this was a solo dev. One person made this entire thing. If you break down the components of the game and learn how to do some programming and just basic art assets, I'm pretty sure you could make something wonderful like this too. Game design is hard, but like all art, I think it's very worthwhile. So give it a try if that is something that interests you. But I will see you all tomorrow.